Hi, it's Sandy Parker, and welcome to Crafting for Almost Everyone. Today we're going to look at some things I bought from TEMU, and I hope you'll stay tuned. Well, if you saw my other haul from TEMU, I bought this great big craft mat that I really like because it's got this portable bucket for water that pops up, and it also comes off. It's magnetized, which is really cool. But I wanted one that was thinner. And you're probably thinking, why do you want one thinner, Sandy? That wouldn't do you any good. Well, the reason I wanted one thinner is I wanted one that I could use with stencils. And I'll go over that in a little bit more detail later. I'm going to show you the things I bought first. I'll tell you more about the size of this then too. So I got this little funnel. You know when you have things that you need to put back into embossing powders or just things in general where you need a little container that you put them in, or you need to put them back in diamonds even. Well, this one I thought, yeah, it did. I was going to say, I thought it popped all the way out. It's kind of cool because it's so little because it flattens out all the way. Let me tell you sizes on it so you know exactly how big it is. It is tall. It's about 2 3/4 inch tall. Across the top at the opening, it's about 2 1/4. The little funnel opening is, I'd say it's about 5/8 of an inch. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, it's about that. A little bit under, maybe 7/16 of an inch. Anyway, and it goes all the way flat like that. I thought it was cool. Did I tell you the opening? Yeah, I did tell you the opening size. And it has a little hole so you can put a ribbon through it and hang it from wherever you hang things. I like that because I have these little magnetized hooks that I bought a long time ago. I don't even remember where I got them. I'll show them to you too. Ugh. It looks like that. But this is a magnet, and it is a really strong magnet, and it holds to whatever you want to attach it to. So I hang it on my tripod, and then I can hang rulers and things like that from it, and that's what I do. So then I bought these little buggers, and these, I'm trying to find the opening. I never can find the opening of these bags easily. There it is. They are hands. Can you see it's a hand with the thumb up? It's got a sticker on the back that you can release, and it holds, it's like a glue dot. It is a glue dot that holds it on. And then you can hang brushes on it, or you can hang cords through there. I thought it would work. Well, okay, so here's a brush. If you have a brush that you use for when you're doing embossing powders, I'll show you that brush if I can find it in my stash here. Well, I'll show you something else that would work good on it. This is a really nice awl. You could put that down through it, and you got a bunch of them, and they were really inexpensive, but fun and cute. And I thought they would be great to have all over my craft room. And let me tell you how many there are. 2, 4, 6, 8, there's 10 of them. And I'll put the links to all this below the video. You know I'm not affiliated in any way with TEMU. I just like to show you when I buy things, if it's something I think is fun. And none of these things are expensive, so I didn't feel bad in showing them to you. So, oh, let me tell you the size opening that has, because I know a lot of you like to figure out if certain things will fit in it. Like these. I seriously doubt these will fit into it. Maybe if you're stronger, you could get the top to do that. Hold on, let me see if I can open the fingers enough. Yeah, I think I can open the fingers. Yeah, how about that? Getting it back out might be a trick, but isn't that fun? I think it's adorable. Anyway, there's 10 of them, and I think I'm going to get a lot of use out of those, and I like quirky things because I'm a little quirky too. Then I got, I'll put my awl back, didn't get my awl there. I got number dies. I need when I do birthday cards, I like to have that where it's a big age, or an anniversary where it's a big anniversary, like 25th or 50, things like that. I want to make sure that I have really good sized dies. Now this paper that I'm using to cut through is really thick, but I don't think it's going to be a problem. I just wanted to make sure I told you that it's almost like a cardboard. I know, an hour and 20 minutes later, Sandy's finally going to get this ripped apart. Okay. There it is, the number 2. Here are the same dies that I used. They will produce a 2, this number 2 is 2 1/8 inch tall, and it is exactly 1 inch across the bottom. So I mean, when you have something that you really want the numbers to be the big wow of your card, I think these are a good size for that, because clearly that's what I wanted them for. Then I got this die. I tried to make sure that I cut all my dies out. This is You're in My Thoughts, and it has a surround around it. I rarely use the surround, but I figured I would just leave it in there for you. So you had it. There's that. And then let me punch this out. Let me tell you the thing I don't like about silicone mats, trying to get paper off of it, is you basically have to scrape it off. It doesn't want to just let go. All right. There it is. You're in My Thoughts. And let me give you the measurements of it. At its widest point, which is the word thoughts, it is 4 inches across, and tall, it is about 2.5 inches tall. Oh no, that's a lie. I forgot to put in the bottom of the G. It is about 3 1/8 inch tall when you go from the top of Your to the bottom of Thoughts. I thought it was pretty. So that's that. Then I got this piece of, it's a velvet ribbon. I really like the color of it, and I'm a ribbon junkie, so I always am buying ribbon. And I bought another ribbon the last time that I didn't show you. But here's the ribbon. It's really pretty. And it is 3/8 of an inch wide. And I think you get like 2 yards of it. I might be making that up. It's called Pale Pinkish Gray. I don't see any gray in it. I'm calling it peach, for those of you who are color specific. Then I got this stamp set. It's hard to see it, so I stamped it out, and then I put, I stamped it in black ink, and then I put clear embossing powder over it because I like to color the birds. And so I think most of them are cardinals, except for maybe that one, but I like them. They're on a little branch. And then I like the Merry Christmas. I like this Merry Christmas, the Season's Greeting. And all I did was I put some glue stick on the back of the plastic that it comes on, put it in my MISTI exactly like this, slapped it in there, stuck it down with the glue stick, and then stamped it out, and that's the image I got. I stamped it, I think, 3 times because I like a really dark image. Let me tell you the sizes of the images so that you have those. The birds are 4.5 inches long, and I'm going to say from the top of that one's hat to the bottom of this one is about 2.5 inches tall. This Merry Christmas is about 1 inch tall and 2 3/4 inch long. This Merry Christmas is 1.5 inches across, and 1 and what's that? 3/16, no, like 5/16 inches. And then these little ones are just a 1/4 inch tall. And then they vary by the length. 2 inches for Joy to the World. Almost 2 inches for Have a Good Day, or Cool Day, I guess it says. Just Believe is 1 1/2, and Season's Greetings is 2 1/8. So that's that. Then I got this die. It's just a stem with a lot of leaves on it, and it looks like a really heavy-duty die. So I'm going to put it on a double card stock and see if it punches through both layers. And it didn't completely punch through, but it's kind of cool when if I would glue this down, how that it's raised on this other piece. You know what I'm saying? I think it's kind of cool. But let me tell you the size of it. It is tall, 4 and about 5/16, and wide it's about almost 3 1/2 inches wide. So it's a nice size die. I liked it. I wanted one like that. Then this is a brush cleaner. That's a flat brush cleaner. You see all the ridges. You can use this for your makeup brushes or for regular brushes, whatever you want. I think they call this purple or purplish gray, and it just goes like that. And this side you can lean the brush in, and this side is more straight up and down. See that? See the difference? Anyway, and then it has all those ridges in the bottom, if you can hopefully see those. There, maybe you can see them better. So you can get your brush really super clean. Then I bought a set of these little pearls. I didn't need them, but they were fun. I was kind of disappointed because some of them did not stay on their sticky backing. The thing I like about them is they aren't all connected together. Like a lot of the ones you buy here, they're in a long strip and you have to cut them. It's gross. Anyway, those, they come in, it's a variety of sizes, and the littlest one is 1/16 basically. The next size is 2/16. The next size is probably 3/16. Yeah, and the biggest one is about a little bit under 1/4 inch. So that's the sizes of them. Then I got this embossing folder. I haven't used it yet. I'm going to use it in an upcoming video. I think it's a 6x6. Yeah, it's a 6x6. Okay, so I explained to you that I really wanted to do something with this mat that would work with stencils. So what I did was I have this magnetized page, or it's a piece of plexiglass that has a magnetic sheet on it. You could do the same thing just by using one of those magnetic pieces that you get for your vent covers at any hardware store. I couldn't think of the name hardware. They look like this. It's called a vent cover. You usually get them in 3 packs, and they're usually 15 inches by 8 inches wide. And you could just lay one of those underneath this. I always have trouble with when I use stencils. I can't get them to stay attached to the card base enough, and I don't like using that sticky stuff that you spray in the back and stick it down. I have bad luck with that. So I thought I would show you the point of this, of why I wanted one that was so thin in thickness. Let me tell you how long and wide it is. Unfortunately, this one is in centimeters, so I can't tell you exactly by looking at the bottom. It does have a ruler on the bottom, but the ruler is in centimeters. It's about, I would say it's 23 inches wide, and from top to bottom, it's about 12 inches to right there. It's about 15 inches tall, maybe a little bit taller than that. Anyway, I thought I would show you the point of this. It has little cups at the top that you could, like if you wanted to keep some of your ephemera up in there, you'd be able to do that. It has, I don't know if you can see it on this side, it has brush holders or brush rests on the right side. You would be able to mix your different inks or your different watercolors in these little and little marks at the top too. So I'm just going to use 3 different stress oxides for this. I'm still going to hold it down because this image has a lot of little pieces that can pick up at any given time. So if I screw it up, it's not the fault of the stencil, it's all the operator error. And I think I'm going to go from there to carved pumpkin. I don't even know if there's much of a difference between these two. Not at all, really. This one's a little bit lighter. I thought it would be darker, but it's not. And then I'm going to blend over the color beneath it. And then at the top, I'm going to be using the crackling campfire. Maybe. It might be too red. We'll look at that in a second. We're going to go a little... If you noticed, I tried to go darkest or lightest to darkest colors. I'm also trying not to get those little tabs to pick up. Okay, let's see how we did. Did very good up there. Okay. So, those are my 3 colors. Let's see how we did. Cross your fingers, people. This is the moment of truth where we either go, oh, or clap our hands really hard. These are all those heavy-duty magnets, too. Oh, look how cute! I didn't even screw it up. I bet you're thinking to yourself, I would have never thought you could handle that, Sandy. Frankly, neither can I. Wow, I really like it. I think it turned out really cute. Made me all kinds of happy. So that was why I bought it, and frankly, I'm happy I bought it because of that. The other one that I have, the pink one that I have, is a little bit smaller, and that's in the other TEMU video that I did, and I'll link that one here so that you have it, so you can check back on that one. It is much thicker. If you're looking for one that's thick, this is not the one to get. Get the pink one. And again, the link is below the video for what, you know, the ones I bought and how much, like the links will tell you how much I paid for them. These really are slick and I'm happy with them. Then the very last thing I got, and this is the only thing I'm disappointed in. I'm not going to demonstrate it. I tried to demonstrate it a couple of times and it just didn't work for me, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. It's a silicone. I'm into the silicone mats, obviously. It's a silicone mat that you use for when you are using these wax melts that you stamp. This is what I bought. It comes with some sheets of stickers. I honestly don't know which way you're supposed to put the stickers in. Are you supposed to put the sticker with the sticky part down or up? It's got a little tab, I thought, so that you could pull it back out of there. When I did it, I didn't notice it doing anything really. So here are the ones I punched out already. I'm going to put them in here so you can see why I don't like it. Hopefully you can figure out why I don't like it. I don't know where the other one went. I did more, but oh, there it is. It's stuck to the lid. Okay. You should be able to figure out why I don't like it right now. And the reason is I don't understand why the circles they made are so much bigger than the punch stamps. I'll just put that in there so you can have a point of reference. That is the size of the stamp. Now, first of all, I put 5, I'm going to show you this too. You should never have to use 5 of these little melts to get one impression. But every one I did, I'll throw these down here so you can see how many there were. I did 5. Keep in mind, you're only trying to make an image this big. But I had to have the 5 in there just to get enough wax on the bottom of this to be able to stamp it. So then when I stamped it, it all oozed out over the edges like it does when you do this. I'm not a big fan of a lot of that oozing. I'm okay with a little bit, but I don't like a lot. And because when you pour this in there, it doesn't make a huge well because it's such a big area. You have to have a lot of these. And I frankly don't think, when I made these in the past, I only used 3 or 4 of them. I never had to use 5. But when I made these, I had to use 5 in order to get it to work. And again, the area is just too big. It might be cool though to use this with hot glue and make some kind of ephemera with hot glue. And I'll tell you what you could do. You could put your hot glue, like squirt out a whole bunch of it, and then use any of your red rubber stamps, not your clear stamps, red rubber stamps that you have coated with embossing ink. And I'll show you what that looks like. Anything that's called embossing ink is what you're looking for, but this is the company that you normally buy them from. And it's just a clear ink. It's more of glycerin than anything else. And the reason that you'd use that with your red rubber stamp is to coat the red rubber stamp and protect it from the heat that will come off of these. It won't ruin your stamp, but you have to make sure you put this on your stamp before you put it into your wax. The stamps that would work best with this is if you have any of those little peg stamps, because then it acts basically like this. You just stamp it in there. I think this would be really great if these were about 1/4 of an inch smaller. I wouldn't care if I had to be really careful about putting where I put this, as long as I don't have such a huge area. But I don't know, maybe that's the way they do it overseas. Maybe they have a much bigger image. I don't know. I don't know. I wish I had a better idea of why they made it so big, but maybe you guys know. And I also am not sure about the stickers, what the point of the stickers are. Maybe the point of these, I don't know, maybe it releases a sticky on the back, because they don't give you any instructions on any of this. I'm wondering if maybe it releases like maybe it's like double-sided tape that once you put it on here, you can pull the backing off. Let's try that and see if you get like a sticky backing to this. That's what I'm thinking. It's my new thought. All right, I'm going to put that on there. I'm going to rub it like I would if it was double-sided adhesive. Unfortunately, the tab part is not in the right spot. Because if that's the case, this would be kind of handy. So far, it doesn't seem to be doing that, but I'm going to rub it until I see if it'll release somewhere. Yes! Okay! I finally figured something out. That is to make these into something that will stick to your card. I am happy. Now I figured one thing out. If any of you bought this and didn't know what to do with these, now you know. That's the coolest thing. That is a great idea, because you do have to put something on these to get them to adhere to your, whatever you're attaching them to, because they're going to be dried in this. They're not going to be hot, and when you put them on an envelope, they have to, or on a card at all, they have to be able to adhere, and they won't adhere once you put them in here. Genius idea, people who made these. This is the last thing I bought from them, and I thought this would be so pretty on the front of a card, and it was. I made a Mother's Day card for our niece, Finn's mother, and I did one of the slimline cards, and this basically covers the whole front of a slimline card. I mean, across, the whole front across. I'm trying to find what I do with my ruler. It is about 3 and, I'm going to go the other way. It looks like it's 3 1/8. Yeah, 3 1/8 inch across. And what I did was I put tear tape on the back of each of these sides. Then I put tear tape on the backs of this, and then I attached it down. And then where this part kind of it almost I can't explain it. It kind of came up a little bit. It wasn't completely adhered down. So what I did was I stuck my sentiment across that to weight it down, and it looked really cute. She really liked it. So you can just stick it down like that. So those are all the things that I bought from TEMU. As I said, I really liked everything I got, except I wasn't crazy about the size of the holes in that silicone mat for the wax melt. So I hope you enjoyed this video, that you give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and please tell your friends about me on social media, because you know I love that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.